Let's learn how to use GPT-4 directly without using ChatGPT. It will take only few lines of code. Let me show you how. Now the first thing that you need is API key. Search for OpenAI API key. This should be the first link. You'll have to sign up if you have not. You can create a new secret key. Once you have the API key, create a file .env and paste in this API key. Make sure that the variable name is exactly OpenAI underscore API underscore key. Now we need the OpenAI SDK. This SDK is conveniently called OpenAI. So pip install OpenAI. Let's read the API key, import OS, import.env. For this, we'll have to run pip install python-dot-env. Create a client of OpenAI and supply this API key. The question that I have in my mind is, what is the second smallest country in the world? If I just want one word answer. The next method that we want to call is client responses create. So this is where we defined which model we want to use, and the question is sent as input parameter. If you print the response, output text, I get my answer, Monaco. So Monaco is the second smallest country in the world. Now if I remove the specific instruction to reply in this one single word, then the answer is much longer. I did not want this information. I just wanted it to reply in one word. Let's look at the chat. The import module is going to remain the same. It is still OpenAI import and then creating the client. Now this is where we have structured messages. So for example, I have created one system message and I have created one user message. Now I can create an array of the message. So basically when I call the LLM, these two messages will be sent together. So instead of client.responses.completions, now we have client.chat.completions. So again, the same create method, model and messages. This completion, this object has quite a lot of information. We have to get the choices and get the first choice inside that message and inside that content. So if I run it, let me show you the output. So again, we got Monaco. What is the smallest country in the world? Vatican City. If I keep changing the question, the answer will be different, but it will be in minimal words. So this is how chatbots work. Chatbots are given system level instructions. Now you must be wondering, when should I use chat completion and when should I use responses? You should use chat completion because chat completion is industry standard. It has been there for some time now and most of the applications are already using it. And OpenAI has clarified that it is not going away. But the responses API, this is new. Responses API is stateful. So let me show you what it means. This response.id is I have printed. Now what you can do is, next time when you call this model, previous response ID, this attribute you can set with this particular ID. Now if you do that, OpenAI is going to fetch this previous response and maintain the context. If you're using chat API, in that case you have to send all the messages, even the earlier ones, to OpenAI. But here, if you send the response ID, OpenAI handles the state. Then there are built-in tools like web search, file search, and computer use. So the summary is that for new application, you should use response. But let's say that because of all these rapid advancements in models, tomorrow there is a new model from Anthropic, which is actually performing much, much better. But now all my code is useless because I've used the SDK of OpenAI. Maybe we need some sort of wrapper. A wrapper that can use the same syntax irrespective of the models. Wouldn't that be nice to have? What do you think? Let me know in the comments.